Imagine growing up with millions of people watching your most vulnerable moments. Your first steps, your tantrums, every laugh, every cry, every embarrassing moment, every personal struggle, and every private family moment is captured on camera and shared online for entertainment and profit. This is the reality that many children and family vlogging face before they're even old enough to realize what privacy is or object to theirs being violated. Many of us, including myself, consume an enormous amount of family vlogging content and rarely ever consider the impact that it has on the children involved in the long run. Behind all those beautiful moments that we're watching is a scary reality that those children have no say in their digital presence or no legal protection or even financial share of the money that they generate. Family vlogging must be regulated to protect the children involved from exploitation, privacy violations, and long-term harm. Many family vloggers generate most of their income from featuring their children in their content. Parents determine what gets filmed, what gets shared online, and how the content that they share makes money with their children having no say in it. One of the biggest concerns is that there is no laws protecting the children financially. Micah Stauffer is a YouTube mom who documented her journey adopting a young boy from China. Her channel gained popularity as she gained profit from the videos featuring her adopted son. Then she later rehomed the boy, leaving viewers to question if he was ever anything more to her than just content for views. Beyond financial exploitation, family vlogging raises concerns with privacy. Parents share private moments with their children, filming them crying, being disciplined, and even experiencing medical emergencies. These videos stay online forever, even after their child grows up and decides they no longer want to be in the public eye. Former child influencers have spoken up about psychological harm that they have endured from growing up in front of the camera. They're constantly being used as entertainment for an audience while experiencing anxiety, identity struggles, and emotional distress. Many of these children were never given a choice, and by the time that they realized the impact, the damage was already done. A great example of this is Ruby Frankie, a former vlogger on YouTube known for her channel called 8 Passengers. She shared private moments about her children, whether it was punishments, like one of her kids shared that he was sleeping on a beanbag chair in their basements for 7 months after pranking his little brother that they were going to Disney World. She also shared emotional struggles her children have and also private family moments. Her children had no control over how they were portrayed online or a say about what was shared about their private moments in life. Eventually, Ruby faced allegations and charges of child abuse, which raised concerns regarding family vlogging crossing ethical and legal boundaries when parents prioritize content over their children. There is few laws to protect children in the media, especially children involved in digital content. There are child labor laws to protect young actors by ensuring limited work hours, requiring trust funds to be made by their parents from their earnings. These laws do not apply to family vloggers' children, even though they're working just as much, if not more, than these young actors. There are online privacy laws such as the Children Online Privacy Protection Act that regulates how companies collect data from children under the age of 13. There is no laws to protect children involved in family vlogging from being exploited by their parents online. YouTube does have rules that limit advertising on videos made for children, but family vloggers are still able to make money in other ways. They can get paid by companies for promoting products, selling their merchandise, and partnering with brands while using their children in that content. The lack of legal protection means that children in family vlogging remain unpaid, unprotected, and with little to no control over how their lives is used for profit. To protect child vloggers, regulations need to be made to protect them. We can do this by implementing child labor laws for digital media. There is a law called the Coogan Law that requires parents to set aside earnings for child actors, and there should be similar laws put in place to apply for family vlog channels. A portion of the earnings generated from the child's presence in videos should be set aside and placed in a trust fund for them. There should also be an enforcement of privacy and consent protection, where children in family vlogging should have a right to ask for the removal of videos featuring them once they hit a certain age. Parents should also face restrictions on what they share about their children and their personal and embarrassing moment and content. With the chances of there being more cases like Ruby Franks, there should also be welfare checks for family vloggers. Although she shared so much about her children and what they endured behind the scenes was bigger than many of us could ever imagine, there should be a periodic checks to ensure that children in family vlogging are not being mistreated or being exploited. Just like child labor laws put in place, there should be laws put in place for young family vlog children, so that there's a restriction on how much of them is being recorded and how much they're involved in content to prevent them from being overworked and burnt out. There is a law that Ruby Frank's oldest daughter, Sherry Frank, is advocating for in Utah. After the challenges she and her siblings faced while growing up being a part of the 8 passengers, Sherry has been advocating for a legislative measure to protect child influencers in Utah with the House Bill 322, which is aimed to protect the rights and earnings of children involved in family vlogging and similar online content creation. Although this bill specifically outlines protection to apply for family vlog channels making over $1,500,000 every year, I do agree with it, but I think this law desperately needs to be implemented across the whole world. If we act, there will be new laws ensuring that children in family vlogging is compensated financially. They have control over their digital presence and are also protected from exploitation. Family vlogging will continue in a responsible way that protects these kids. If we do nothing, more children will be forced to remain on the media without their consent. More embarrassing and private childhood moments will be shared online for millions to see. One day, these children will grow up and have no control over their digital footprint or how much of their lives was broadcasted to the world. As viewers, we can stop supporting family vlog channels that exploit their children and choose to support content creators that value and respect their child's rights and privacy. We can advocate for change, whether it's signing petitions or supporting lawmakers who are working to regulate digital labor laws. In conclusion, children deserve the right to have privacy, financial security, and control over their lives posted online, as they are more than just entertainment. They're individuals and they're kids.